after 3 whole years of not being here, and I say that because we used to live here and Rob has family here, so we've been spending a lot of time with them, enjoying this beautiful spring weather that has ensued from this lovely city. And it's actually one of my favorite places to be in the world, at least out of the ones I've experienced. So I'm very excited to be here, and I'm very excited to show you a few of the places that we'll be visiting, some food we'll be eating. I don't quite know where this video will take us yet, but definitely to some good vegan eateries, so stay tuned for that. We've actually already been to a couple, so I'll definitely make a blog post for you guys and link that down below with lots of links and tips of places you should visit. I already have a couple of those on my website already, so I'll make sure to link those as well. But yes, this is the introduction to a London video. Super exciting. So let's get exploring. Let's go. On one of the first mornings of our time in London, we went to a place we visited before and really enjoyed. It's called Wave, and it's a vegan cafe in Hackney. They have lots of vegan treats and a vegan breakfast and lunch menu as well. And the place is super cozy, very sort of hippie-like, and reminds you of the beach really. And what's really lovely is that it's sort of tucked away from all the hustle and bustle and has a nice courtyard where you can sit outside. Rob always has the vegan smoked salmon bagel when we visit Wave, and this time Rob's dad had the pancakes and I had sort of a vegan style eggs benedict, but because I don't eat gluten, it came on the gluten-free pancakes, which to me was a little bit strange. I think it would be way better on the bread. Unfortunately, the food wasn't as good as we remembered at Wave, but the treats definitely are, so it's worth a visit for a coffee and some cake. But we still had a great time with Rob's family and his little new nephew puppy Odin. Same afternoon, Rob and I took a nice walk down to Haggerston to visit Rob's brother's wife Lucy's ceramics studio, where she makes really lovely pieces that are both art and functional at the same time. She makes beautiful candelabras and vases, among other things, and I will leave a link down below to her work if you want to check her out. But we were just there to help her take some footage and some photos for her website, so that's what we did. A few days later, Rob and I went out on our own little adventure and we walked around our old stomping grounds around Brick Lane, and then we walked towards Spitalfields where we visited Unity Diner. It's an all-vegan, non-for-profit restaurant that serves breakfast, lunch and dinner, and they have so much yummy stuff on the menu. Just wait and see. And the place is super cool too. The only thing that I wasn't too fond of was the techno music they were playing. I felt like I was back in Berlin, but I did really enjoy the big windows and the view. Rob started off by having a beer and I had a grapefruit juice, and then we ordered in some starters because this was a lunch like no other. And one of the things we got was their toefish bites, which they are very known for, and they were so yummy. The texture of the vegan tofu fish, if you will, was so spot on. The flavor was great and the tartar sauce was equally good. And then we also had the corn on the cob because it's my favorite food in the world. Then for our mains, Rob decided to try something new and went with a vegan lobster roll made with mushrooms, and I went with more of a classic, which was the vegan Caesar salad, and because I don't eat gluten, I had it with tempeh and it was super yummy. We can definitely recommend visiting Unity Diner, and when you're done eating in there, you can just head across the street to Don's and try some Scandinavian vegan treats as well. Then on our way back, we passed a store right across from Rough Trade called Kumar's, and they had a really lovely curated store with homewares, jewelry and art, and I thought I'd cut it in here as a little tip if you're in the area. Yesterday we went to Unity Diner, which is a non-for-profit restaurant run in association with Earthling Ed, who I'm a big fan of. You can check out his YouTube channel, I'll link it down below. And it was really good. I definitely recommend going there if you're coming to London. The one thing I didn't like so much was the techno beats, but you know, you have to give and take. And today we want to take you with us because we're going on a little exciting trip, I guess. We're going to go to the Tate Modern, which is one of my favorite museums here in London. And then we're going to try a new restaurant called Mallow, which is in Borough Market. And we'll take you along for all of it. So let's go. Exploring all the art exhibitions at the Tate Modern, we started to make our way towards Mallow, which is not far at all. It's just like a 10-minute walk and it's right next to Borough Market, so there's lots of food to explore in this area. And the restaurant was really beautiful, the menu looked really interesting, and we decided to get both some starters, mains and desserts, which was of course very exciting. First, we had some of their mocktails, which were really yummy. I definitely recommend ordering one of those if you visit. And we also had some of their olives, which is one of my favorite starters. Then the best thing we had for this meal were actually these fried mushrooms with a really interesting passion fruit sauce. And we also had their gem lettuce starter with green tahini. Then for our mains, we were unfortunately not really blown away. I think the best thing we ordered as a table was their vegan chicken burger, which Rob's dad ate. And then we also ordered a noodle dish and a Mexican-inspired dish. And they were okay, but they weren't as good as I was hoping. Maybe my expectations were a little bit too high, I'm not sure. The ambience of the restaurant was really lovely though, and it was very buzzy and busy. While it was empty when we arrived, it was definitely full by the time we left. So maybe we just ordered the wrong mains and need to get it right next time. I definitely know what I'm ordering for dessert though, and it's this vegan creme brulee with apricots and a pistachio crumble on the side because it was absolutely delicious, and if you go to Mallow you need to try it. We also tried their lime and meringue tartlet and it was good too. Great day exploring along the river today. It's really such a nice place to visit if you're coming to London because there's so much down there. I mean, you can start and see Big Ben and the Parliament, then you have the London Eye, and then you walk a little bit further, there's South Bank. sorry about that. There's South Bank and the Hayward Gallery, which is a great exhibition space. And you walk a little bit further down from there, you have the Tate Modern. You walk a little bit further through some sort of historic structures. You reach Borough Market, where there are lots of food stalls and restaurants. That's really lovely. Just go there early because it gets really rammed with people. And you could also go have a nice coffee at Monmouth Coffee there. And that's where we sort of ended our day at Mallow, the restaurant. And it was a little bit hit and miss. The starters and the desserts were really yummy. But maybe we ordered the wrong mains. I don't know. The location is stunning and the building is as well. So it could be worth a visit still, even though we didn't have the most wonderful food experience there. But yeah, I think this is where I'll leave it for this London video. We've done a lot of work on our computers while we've been here and spent a lot of time with family, so it's a short but sweet video for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye.